unused lipstick. That one belongs to Sylvain.
Professor, I'm gonna keep training until I can beat you.
Do I have any lost items for you? Oh yes, Thunderbrand replica. There we go.
Yeah, that's definitely mine. You really saved me with this. I owe you one, Professor.
Perfect. Moving on.
I have never had goings to the kingdom's north. I hear the people of north are cold and have much loneliness. Professor, I hear you have worked as a mercenary in the kingdom. Did you find joy in this? You cannot remember? Is that having possibility? I have amazement.
But we do have an exotic feather for her, so...
I had lost the place of this. You have my thanks.
There you go. You're welcome, Petra. And unfortunately, I don't have any supports with any of those people yet. Too bad.
Professor. Really?
Come on, let me move on.
Let me see.
Be careful on the mission. Yeah,
No.
we will. Don't worry, kid. But yeah, these White Clouds missions are so much more personal when you play the Blue Lions. You cannot trust the Western Church. No, after everything that happened, we cannot. Because you have the mission against Donato, which is Ash's adopted father. You have the mission against Miglan, which is Sylvain's brother. It's just like every other chapter, somebody in the Blue Lions has to deal with family members that have gone off the rails, so... Sucks.
Right. You guys have it bad in your own way. But believe me when I say, we've got it bad too. With all that happened last month, a great many knights were dispatched to the Western Church. And now we must set out for the Eastern Church, located in the far east of the Leicester Alliance. If I must die in Alliance territory, I wish it wasn't in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. I'd much rather go on a sightseeing trip to Deirdre. Oh, you don't know? Deirdre is House Regan's domain. It's called the Aquatic Capital.
We are actually going to go to Deirdre. It's just going to take another 14 chapters until we get there. I had to think for a minute. I was like, how many chapters is this? Even if I find love, I won't be able to live without money. I would like to get married someday, but I refuse to go back to being poor. What should I pursue? Strive for both. There is a really nice one here where she's like, I'm afraid that everybody will forget me eventually. And one of the responses is, who are you again? Which is amazing. I often overhear people commenting about how strange I am. I don't really get it. Shouldn't it be expected that everyone has their own unique perspective on life? This is Claude, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I love Petra's phrases too. I love her.
Okay.
She is the best eagle.
I've had a chance to spar with Gilbert of the Knights of Seros before. I couldn't get a single strike in. If that man is accompanying you on your assignment, you can rest assured that no harm will come to you. To be honest, he kind of reminds me of someone. But no, it must be my imagination, right?
Nope, not your imagination. You have probably gone to class with his daughter.
Professor, you looked like a natural wielding the sword of the Creator. It's strange though, isn't it? The last owner of the sword was Nemesis, but I thought he didn't have any descendants.
I mean, he is a dude. It's entirely reasonable he might have, like, 1 or 2 bastard children that he didn't even know about. So
the whole plan to attack the monastery was some plot devised by the Western Church? That means they used Lenato. What right do they have to drag a good man like him into their schemes? There's going to be a big investigation into the Western Church soon. I wish I could be a part of it.
This will
I
also
want to hear for myself why Lenato.
this will also come back in Ash's paralogue. So let's see. Do we have a lost item for you? We don't. And you have full motivation anyway. Oh, but we have
That means what right? I wish I want to hear.
we do have a gift for him from Lady Rhea. Herbs for people who can't overcome feelings of sadness will help them to feel at ease.
Oh, thank you.
There we go. Just handing out drugs to our students, as you do. Ah, right, we need to talk to Flame to unlock this quest. Okay, we'll get to that in just a bit. Nothing over here.
Right.
The Death Knight, Yeah, we fought him. He sure was a Death Knight. The good news is the next couple of times he will be a lot easier to fight because we will have access to killer weapons. And Dimitri with a killer lance is just... You no longer have to worry about anything once you have access to killer weapons. So every single character we have is going to run around with an iron plus weapon and with a killer weapon. And we could theoretically end the quest right now and go to Gerald, but we're not going to do that. We are going to finish the quest line as we were supposed to finish it.
That man I walked past earlier, that wasn't Lord Rodrigue, was it? House Fraldarius is a powerful noble family, linked to the founding of Fargus. Lord Rodrigue, its current leader, is a magnificent warrior. He's known as the Shield of Fargus. A dozen or so years ago, during the Northern Campaign in Srang, he performed splendidly as the king's right hand. Come to think of it, wasn't there someone from House Fraldarius amongst this year's students?
Yep. There is.
Oh, Gerald? He said something about visiting a grave. There's a graveyard attached to the monastery, so you'll probably find him there. I can't remember where the graveyard is, but I bet Sedith knows.
Really, Catherine, you live here. Come on.
Professor, have you seen my son, perchance? I have need of him.
You do actually, I think you get points from him if you say he's in his quarters. And you get points from Felix if you tell him that you won't tell his father where he is. So we're just gonna play both sides here.
Is that so? Thank you, Professor. I must ask him not to distract you, Professor, nor His Highness from the matter at hand.
But yeah, bless Rodrigue. He's not a perfect parent, but he's trying.
Okay.
I'm so sorry my older brother is causing you all this hassle, Professor. Don't misunderstand. I always thought he was a piece of garbage. But I never thought he'd steal the relic. I can't wait to see his face when he realizes I'm in the group that was sent to take him down.
So this dialogue is a lot less, a lot less disapproving of Miklan if you play it without having Sylvain recruited. If you don't have him recruited, I think he just says something like how he's concerned and worried because it's his brother, but he doesn't actually say that he believes his brother is a piece of garbage. And actually, if you we do have an item for him, but we wouldn't be able to motivate him fully, so that's why I'm not using it. If you go to Sylvain's page in the personal notes, you will actually see that his brother Miklan was disinherited by House Gautier in year 1177. And Miklan is the older one of the two brothers, so even if he was just a year older than Sylvain, he would have been 18 years old at that point. So Miklan did not get inherited for not having a crest. If they wanted to disinherit him for not having a crest, they could have done that right after he was born. What we actually do learn about him is that he tried to have his younger brother killed, or that he actually did try to kill him himself. So, yeah. If I had two sons and the older one tried to kill the younger one, I would disinherit the older one as well. Like, I can't blame Margrave Gautier there.
The head of the Western Church holds the title of Bishop. That's not as distinguished as an Archbishop, such as Lady Rhea, but it still comes with a fair amount of authority. If someone in that position plotted an assassination, I cannot help but think it must have been instigated by some outside force. There are bishops in the Eastern Church as well, but to speak frankly, they do not have much impact. They are under the influence of both the Archbishop and the Leicester Alliance, so their ability to voice grievances is quite limited.
So yeah, the Eastern Church is basically toothless. So much for the church controlling all of Fotland. Herring bait. Oh, nice. That's the one for the big fish that gives lots and lots of XP.
You there?
Yes, me here. More trouble? Yes, more trouble. Always more trouble. We need to have something to do in this game, my dear priest. We need trouble. Ginger tea, arcane crystals. Sylvain seems worried. Yeah, we are about to head out and kill his brother. Of course he's worried. We will definitely not get to that today because we have about half an hour left for the stream. Will probably barely be enough to get through the monastery.
For a hero's relic to be stolen, it's unheard of.
And just last month, the sword of the Creator was almost stolen too.
Also quite unheard of. What impudence.
Wow, you're not even trying to hide it, Hubert, are you?
Some people are unhappy because they don't have the crest they want. And some are unhappy because they have a crest they never asked for.
Yeah, and we know which one you are.
Yes, this is mine. Thank you for returning it.
But don't worry, Marianne, we'll sort it out.
The coffin of Saros in the Holy Mausoleum should have held her remains. Instead, they say it held the sword of the Creator. What could it mean?
Maybe it means that Saros is not actually dead. Hint, hint, hint.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh, come to think of it, last month there was something to report, wasn't there? Thanks to you, I hear that everything was resolved. I never realized that bandits had entered. I'm not a great guard after all, am I? I hope you will forgive me one day.
No, I never will. No forgiveness from me. Fuck off. This belongs to Ingrid.
Wow, Lord Rodrigue in the flesh. What is Felix doing? This is such a rare opportunity for him to see his family.
Let's see. She also needs full motivation, so no point.
I have a request. Hail, Professor. If I may introduce myself, I am Gilbert. My life has been spent as a dedicated knight. I am to accompany you on your assignment. I may have slowed a step in recent years, but I pledge to you the full extent of my abilities. No, Professor. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
So yeah, that's Annette's father. And spoilers, if you play Blue Lions, which we are, you actually get to recruit him. You get him automatically after the time skip.
I have heard that someone from House Gautier, one of the Kingdom of Fargus's noble families, is causing some sort of commotion. What a complete disgrace to the nobility.
We'll get to that.
What?
Oh no.
Alright, most important quest ever, let's go.
I could use your help.
Mixed herb seeds. Yeah, let's replenish battalions. Everything except these, thank you very much.
Farewell.
Would you help me out?
Alright, finally we can forge some stuff.
Hey there. Come back anytime.
Let me see, I don't think we actually have many materials in the storehouse right now. We have 30 smithing stones, which is the ones we need for iron plus weapons, and we have black sand steel, which is the one we need for critical weapons.
Hey there.
So let's stick with repairing for now. And let's make this... Oh no, wait. We do actually need to forge. So, the good news is when you forge, you also automatically repair a weapon. So we can forge 5 weapons right now. So let's pick Iron Lance Plus. Iron Lance Plus. He's going to be okay, I think. He has low strength, so he definitely needs more. And we're actually gonna keep one broken lance for leveling purposes, which I will get to later.
Is this it? There you go.
Okay, we're gonna use the rest for repairing stuff, I think. Although, now we still have some left over, so let's take this Iron Bow plus Forge. There we go. Okay.
Come back anytime.
The reason why I want to keep at least one broken weapon is because you can basically set it up so that you can very, very easily level weapon ranks once you have a knowledge gem and an adjutant available and a broken weapon. So basically what you do is you take somebody who has really good dodge rates, you give them a broken weapon, you park them somewhere in a forest so they get extra avoid bonus, and then you give them an adjutant with the specific weapon rank that you want to level. What will happen is that your character, even though he has a broken weapon, will be able to dodge a lot. And because they have a broken weapon, they will not be able to hit the enemy, or if they hit, they will only do like 1 or 2 damage points. So you can basically just get a lot of rounds of combat where you don't actually kill the enemy, but you do still get skill points for every single time that you attack. So that way you can really, really quickly level ranks for your people. It's really useful. Absolutely broken. Okay, you can get rid of that. You can equip this one. Thank you very much. You can equip that one. You're gonna need another vulnerary. And you can equip this. Perfect.
Why is that fish so still? Wait, is it swimming sideways? Perhaps it is resigned to its woeful fate of being plucked from the water and eaten. Ah, Professor. You were so outgoing with all of the students. I would like to have more opportunities to connect with you. Though I'm certain my brother would disapprove.
That was quite the topic change that we had here.
Might you help me with a favor?
Alright, let's go. Black sand steel, I'll gladly take that. Thank you very much.
Maybe.
We have to brace ourselves. Sometimes. My guardian, I think she's weird a lot of times.
The next mission is to rout bandits in the kingdom, is it not? I find the idea unsettling. Though the bandits have captured a large prize, they are insignificant in and of themselves. The matter would be more appropriately dealt with by Margrave Gautier or the Fargus royal family. I grant that I am most likely jumping at shadows, but I fear that if Fargus is weakened, the tipped scales will lead to widespread unrest.
So this is Constance in the Sunshine. She just gets like complete doormat personality. She has some hilarious lines in the DLC though, and in this in the main game, her support with Balthus is hilarious.
It's awful.
with the rite of rebirth. The infirmary. Well, it was a mess. Things are finally calm again, and so I've come here to unwind. Let me tell you, I put all of my knowledge to use keeping those kids alive. Still, the truth of it is that when someone faces death for the first time, well, they figure out who they are. They learn if they can do it again. We can't lose them, Professor. Not to battle or to cowardice. If you can keep them going, then I will too.
Alright. We've got it covered, Manuela, don't you worry.
My mistake.
Have you seen a man who looks like me? He's middle-aged and relatively tall. If you get the chance, tell him I've gone out, okay?
Too late. Okay, who actually has partial motivation? Mercedes, Yuri, and Balthus. So if I can get a lost item for one of those three, I can use it to get them free motivation.
Hey, I heard about the things you did. I'm so glad Lady Rhea is safe. I figure you're a great person after all, Professor.
So yeah, if we were level 10, we could recruit him right now. Unfortunately, we're still level 9, so not gonna work.
Hey there. Hey, Teach, I hear you were able to use the Sword of the Creator. That means... what does that mean? Could it mean that you're a descendant of Nemesis, the King of Liberation?
We'll find out.
Hey there.
Portrait of Rhea. This is a item for Cyril. There is also a very contentious talking point in the Fire Emblem Three Houses fandom. Spoilers for those of you who have not seen the support between Cyril and Lysithea, but Cyril can't read. And there's a lot of people who's like, oh, Rhea has this child working for her and she doesn't even pay attention to the fact that he can't read. And I'm like, have you ever met anybody who's illiterate? Like, people who are illiterate tend to be very good at hiding it. Very, very good at hiding it. And Cyril's job is basically like a groundskeeper or a janitor, so he would not need to read a lot. Not in this pre-industrialized time, so it is absolutely possible for Rhea to just completely have missed that he cannot read. This is Benedetta's. Okay.
I'm not secretly eating cake. You're getting pretty good at talking through the door, Professor.
Yeah, go take your needle and your thread. Goodbye.
I've been looking for this. Thank you so much.
And there we go. I'll take that free experience. Thank you very much.
What the?
No items here. Oh, that was one too far. This is where we wanted to go. Alright, let's go.
Hey there, Professor. I've been hearing about you a lot lately. Word on the street is you wield some amazing sword. If you ever want to sell it to me, I'd pay top G. Just kidding. Sorta. It's, not for sale, is it?
No, Anna, it's not for sale. I'm sorry. Feather Pillow belongs to Linhard. So we're gonna give that back to him in just a bit. Okay, so we can upgrade. We could upgrade Mercedes's support with her motivation with the support, but I think I actually want to keep that for after the instruction. So I think we're gonna have meals with our intended pairs. Dedu and Mercedes, Sylvain and Ingrid, and as well as Felix and Annette. So that will give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people motivated. And then we just gotta give an item to Yuri and Balthus, and then we have 10. So that's good. Or actually, we only need to give an item to Yuri because Mercedes is gonna get automatic motivation through the support. Okay. So let's see. So these are the ones that we actually get a bonus on this time. We're gonna start with the Du and Mercedes. 5 and 9, let's go.
I like this.
This is my absolute...
Okay. Then we have Ingrid and Sylvain. Two and 11.
It's weirdly soothing watching you just shovel it right in there. What's with the appetite today?
None of your business. I can't help it, okay? Everyone gets hungry after exercise.
And then we need... I think the 2 fish saute is the only one that we have for Felix and Annette. Yeah. Let's go.
That looks up.
How many points do we have left? 1. We have 1 point. We are going to use that for... Well, first of all, we need to give Annette her gift item from the quest. Calming herbs. For people who can't help but make mistakes, we'll make them a little calmer and more careful. There we go.
I appreciate your effort.
Quest complete. Let's give Linhardt his pillow.
Quiet at noon.
And I think we're gonna take 1 instruction because I really need more I really need more lance rank. So we're gonna go and train with Gilbert because he's actually in a location that will be easy to reload. So let's just go down here. And let's save Scum a little bit.
I may have...
Potentially. Oh, no. Okay. I'll take it.
Practice yields results.
And I wanted to go down here and get Yuri his item. Okay. And then we're gonna move on to the instructions. And I think we will have time to do the quest battle for clearing the way. And potentially do like the second round of the monastery, which will be a lot faster. I need to remember to go to the greenhouse and do the gardening. Okay. So we're gonna have to go back upstairs.
It's like this. What do you know? I know you've got...
No, not gifts. Lost items. Where are you? Makeup brush. There you go.
Oh, you found it, huh? I've been looking everywhere for that.
Now the problem is you can teleport into Abyss, you cannot teleport out of Abyss. So if you want to go out of Abyss, you really always have to go back to the entrance and click on this. Little inconvenience. Would have been nice if they had made that a 2-way teleport as a quality of life feature.